this is a serious debate. It's an important debate, and it's a debate in support of innocent victims and relatives. Mr. Storey has already referred to the incident on the 19th of July, 30 years ago, when Mr. Tom Oliver was abducted by the Provisional IRA. He was tortured and murdered on this date 30 years ago, and the family now report fresh hope and believe the net is closing in on his killers. They deserve support. And on this date, 1992, an IRA bomb exploded in London, murdering 4 members of the Queen's Life Guards. 12 soldiers and 6 civilians were injured, 7 horses killed. Their relatives deserve support. Tomorrow is the 50th anniversary of Bloody Friday, when Para planted 20 bombs in Belfast and murdered 9 innocent people, injured 130 and terrified thousands. The relatives deserve justice, as do the relatives of every police officer and soldier who stood between us and the terrorists. I suspect I am not the only person who is absolutely astonished to read the words truth, justice and accountability in this motion and see that Sinn Féin members are signatories to the motion. Sinn Féin members know all about the activities of the Provisional IRA, but refuse to provide any information on their atrocities, information that for many innocent victims would help bring closure. I will give way.
The member opposite refused to give way, and the question that was to be put to him was, will he in this House name those shadowy figures, as he referred to, who are members of the Army Council today, not 50 years ago, but today? If it's truth we want, we need to know who's still in the Army Council.
I agree with the member, and the relatives of innocent victims deserve that information. I remind the House that the Provost targeted innocent people because they were Protestants, because they were Unionists, because they were loyal to the Crown, and murdered also innocent Catholics. The relatives of innocent victims deserve that information. Has Sinn Féin moved? Have they embraced truth, justice and accountability? Emphatically no. These words, when used by Sinn Féin, are in the same vein as Lewis Carroll's character, Humpty Dumpty, and his use of words. In Lewis Carroll's children's book, Through the Looking Glass, replying to Alice, Humpty Dumpty said, "When I use a word, it means what I choose it to mean, neither more or less." That's Sinn Féin's attitude to the words truth, justice and accountability. The words mean whatever they want them to mean. Nothing to do with serving the interests, wishes or needs of innocent victims and survivors. They mean what Sinn Féin want them to mean. DUP leader Sir Geoffrey Donaldson said perpetrators should never be able to sleep easy in their beds, and the DUP find the government's suggestion of a statute of limitations, a de facto amnesty, benefiting the terrorists, totally absurd. Anyone who breaks the law should face the threat of prosecution and conviction for their crimes. That should be the principle which everyone unites under. The law should apply equally and be applied without fear or favour. On this very, very sensitive matter, let me quote Belfast Telegraph journalist Gail Walker, who in an excellent article last weekend wrote, "Keeping the peace by inflicting another kind of violence upon survivors, censoring their stories, running a line through the broken heart and hurt mind is quite a narrative." Imagine that being taught in institutes for peace studies throughout the world. Gail Walker has nailed it. Sir Geoffrey Donaldson has reiterated the best way to help Northern Ireland move further along the road to reconciliation is not to sacrifice justice. It is to apply and uphold the rule of law fairly and equally. Relatives of innocent victims deserve the information that is held by many, many people across this land. to be provided.
Thank you.